London is the most visited city in Europe, receiving 27 million visitors annually. It is not surprising that London is the top destination on so many people's travel lists, given that the city was established by the Romans and has prospered through the ages. With a long history and some of the world's best culture, London is one of the most diverse cities in the modern era. The City of London, the historic heart of the city, is the smallest in all of England. The metropolitan area that makes up the London that we are all familiar with has a population of almost 9 million. Every district has its own differentiated neighborhoods, which are divided into the lively and distinguishable areas of North, West, South, and East London, as well as the commercial and tourist hub of Central London. In London, there's always something to see or do. It's impossible to be bored in London, which has some of the best art, entertainment, shopping, dining, and history in the world. So, let's explore the top 10 places to visit in London. Number 1. Hyde Park. Hyde Park is one of the most well-known and largest parks in London. The park has historical importance because it has hosted a number of protests and demonstrations, including suffragists' protests. Every week, the park's famous Speaker's Corner is occupied by debates, protests, and performance artists. The park contains several memorial features as well as 2 bodies of water, the most well-known of which is the Serpentine. You can go paddle boating here, see a lot of swans, and get some fresh air in the city center. A must-see. Number 2. Westminster. Westminster is London's political center, and it is home to the Houses of Parliament and the world-famous Big Ben clock. The bell housed within the legendary clock tower is known as Big Ben, and it still bells every hour. Westminster Abbey is also located here and is open to the public on most days. While visiting these landmarks, make sure to take a break in Parliament Square, which features statues of notable political figures such as Nelson Mandela and Winston Churchill. Number 3. Camden. Camden is a popular cultural district in North London. The city is known for its alternative culture, and the crowds here include goths, punks, rockabillys, and tourists. Camden has a thriving body modification community, and there are numerous piercing and tattoo shops in this area. Camden Market is wide, ranging, and diverse, with street food from international cuisines and numerous stalls selling trinkets and one-of-a-kind artwork. Browse vintage clothing racks, pick up a used book to take with you on your travels, or stop by Cookies and Scream, one of the city's best vegan bakeries. After your shopping trip, walk down to Camden Lock to relax by the Regent's Canal or walk all the way to King's Cross. Number 4. London Eye. A visit to London would be incomplete without seeing the iconic London Eye. The Eye, which was built to commemorate the millennium, is a massive Ferris wheel with stunning views of the city. The wheel is illuminated in seasonal colors at night and serves as the focal point of London's annual New Year's Eve fireworks display. You have the option of sharing one of the spacious pods with other interested visitors or splurging on a personal pod for you and someone special. Combine your visit to the Eye with a stop at the nearby London Aquarium to see aquatic creatures from all over the world, such as jellyfish, seahorses, and crocodiles. Number 5. Soho. Soho has long been known as London's sex district, although there are still some sex shops dotted around the area, giving Soho a delightfully risque vibe. The area is now the most popular nightlife destination. Soho is often regarded as the city's LGBTQ+ community's epicenter, with a plethora of gay and lesbian bars to visit after the sun goes down. Soho is a cultural hotspot because, in addition to bars and clubs, it has a number of theaters, jazz bars, and restaurants to explore. Because of its proximity to Leicester Square, it's also a great place to unwind after a play or a stage show. Number 6. Shoreditch. Shoreditch is one of London's trendiest neighborhoods, having recently undergone extensive redevelopment. It is now one of the city's hottest nightlife destinations, as well as one of the coolest places to stay in London. It's the ideal place to spend a day or an evening, with its abundance of bars and restaurants. Trapeze is a circus-themed bar that serves endlessly creative drinks in popcorn tub-style cups. Far Rockaway, a chilled bar and restaurant filled with comic books, band posters, and a regular 90s night, is perfect for pop culture fans. Visit the Blues Kitchen for a blues night complete with sticky ribs and other American favorites. Number 7. Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath is one of London's largest parks, spanning 790 acres. It is located on Parliament Hill, one of London's highest points, and offers spectacular views of the city. The Heath is home to grassy fields, wooden areas, and several large ponds. It is the best place in London to encounter nature, with plenty of wildlife and small woods to get lost in. Swimming lidos are available for those who are brave enough to swim outside in the great British weather. Kenwood House, a historically stately home known for its curated art collection, is a must-see for history buffs. Number 8. Thames Cruise. The Thames is London's lifeblood, bringing industry to the city for centuries. It is England's longest river, terminating in the North Sea. It has been the site of settlements since prehistoric times, and was strategically important to the Romans, English kings, and both world wars. There are several companies in London that offer Thames cruises. Cruises leave every 30 minutes from several key locations. The cruises pass by several popular tourist attractions, such as Tower Bridge, the Houses of Parliament, and the London Eye. Number 9. Brixton Academy. London has thousands of unique venues to offer those looking for live music. Venues cater to every niche, or you can simply attend an open night at a local pub to see some up-and-coming musicians. Brixton Academy in South London, on the other hand, is one of the best venues in town. The Academy was originally the Astoria Theatre and Cinema, which opened in 1929. 50 years later, the venue was renamed the Academy and now hosts some of the world's biggest rock and pop acts. Brixton Academy has hosted performances by The Clash, Sex Pistols, New Order, and Madonna. Brixton Academy hosted the Smiths' final ever performance. If you want to see live music, this is the place to go. Number 10. Leicester Square. Pay a visit to Leicester Square and follow in the footsteps of Hollywood celebrities. The square is best known for hosting film premieres for some of Hollywood's biggest blockbusters. The square, in fact, has been a London hotspot since 1670 and an entertainment center since the 19th century. The square is surrounded by cinemas with some of the largest screens in the city, as well as a variety of restaurants. The central square garden is ideal for cooling off in the summer or resting your feet after a long day of exploring London. Cult films, sing-along screenings, and epic marathon nights can all be found at the Prince Charles Cinema. Leicester Square also hosts Chinese New Year celebrations where you can see traditional dancing dragons and get lost in the crowds. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.